So glad to be with you all. This is a real treat to get to lead a Tashlich ceremony. Even over the computer, we have something really special for you all. We'll start with a song by the beautiful chorus called Release. I release all things that no longer serve me. I release all things that no longer work for me. I'm going to continue to sing these two lines. Please feel free to join and see how that feels to sing these two lines. I release all things that no longer serve me, that no longer work for me. And get yourself ready, prepare your vessel, your heart for Tashley. I release all things that no longer serve me. I release all things that no longer work for me. I release all things that no longer serve me. I release all things that no longer work for me. I release all things that no longer serve me. I release all things that no longer work for me. I release all things that no longer serve me. I release all things that no longer work for me. I release all things that no longer serve me. I release all things that no longer work for me. I release all things that no longer serve me. I release all things that no longer work for me. I release all things that no longer serve me. I release all things that no longer work for me. I release all things that no longer serve me. I release all things that no longer work for me. So good to gather, even if it's your second time or your third time doing Tashley this year. It's always good to take account of what isn't working, what is not serving your wholeness, your holiness, in order for us to live in the book of life with ease and with balance. And when we do Tashlich, we're giving back what is a weight that is keeping us out of balance. Shamirah, Kohenet Shamirah has good info about what Tashlich is.
So here we are to do Tashley. And we are here in Prospect Park in the borough of Brooklyn in the city of New York on the ancestral lands of the Muncie and Lenape people. And Tashlich, this word actually comes from the book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 19. The verse says, "V'tashlich b'mtsulot yam kol chatotam." You will hurl all of our sins into the depths of the sea. This is a great opportunity. If only if it were that easy, right? Oh, one sin over here, one sin over here. Okay, see you later. It's symbolic. There's work that has to happen, but it's a symbolic reminder that this is something that we can each do. As Elana said, something we're carrying that's been weighing on us that no longer serves us. There's been a lot of puns this year of the word COVID and kaved, heavy. And there's also a connection to the word kavod, honor. So as we move into this ritual, I want you to really think about what is it that you're holding on to? And if you don't honor it, then why are you holding on to it? Sometimes it's very comfortable to hold on to something, even if it's not serving us. And this is our chance to let it go. We're going to, in a practical sense, everyone on this Zoom or everyone watching a recording of this in the future can participate in this ritual. Also, if you'd rather just chill out and enjoy the music, and you can, Julie will send you the recording, you can watch the whole thing later or on the My Josh Learning page. We're going to release something into water. We happen to be in a park, and we happen to be by a creek, and we're going to be placing energetically either actual items or symbolic items into this water, of course, safely for the ecosystem. If you are in an indoor space, you might take a bowl of water, or if you can, and of course, if your computer or your phone or your tablet is safe, actually go over to a sink, because a sink is not just a place to access water, but it's a space where the water can actually flow away. And that's part of the Tashlich. Part of the Tashlich is naming the sin, naming the thing that's no longer serving us, naming the chet, the time we missed the mark, naming it. And then part of the ritual is actually placing it. And another part is actually watching it flow away. I think of the creek near my grandmother's apartment where we would throw challah and it would be immediately eaten by the muskrats, which are swimming rodents, and they're adorable. And I also worry about them because maybe that wasn't the best food for them to eat. So here I'm going to be gathering some seeds, some acorns, some stones, and that's what I'm going to be placing into this water. And each one will symbolically represent one of the layers of chet, of sin, of missing the mark that I'm going to release so that I can enter Yom Kippur with a clean slate.
You know, we have a special ritual planned for you all to participate at home, something that you can do easily at home. And just to add to what Shamirah said about putting things in the water, I have recently let go of the need to put anything into the water. And I'm playing with the possibility that the simple expression and the water vapor that comes out of our mouths in expressing what we no longer want anymore on the inside of us, that vapor comes out to then rejoin the cycle of precipitation and condensation and the cycle of the water cycle. So we are releasing just through our words as well.
Amazing. And since you're at home and maybe even there's no one else around, you can actually, we're going to give a couple of prompts, and you can actually say out loud the thing that you are releasing, the thing that you're seeking forgiveness for, and you can literally spell it out and say it out loud, and that will make the releasing even more powerful.
So should we get to it?
Do it, yeah.
Okay, so we have a few categories of some of the internal pieces of what makes us human that we'll focus on. There's a helicopter going over. I'm gonna wait. part of our Brooklyn ecology. It's the wind. So, I'll first drop in with a song that is that I learned from a friend in Boulder, Colorado, but actually I think it's sung by Susan Tedeschi, and it might be older than Susan Tedeschi, but that's as far back as I've gotten. And it's a song about going to the water. And it's a little heavy because it mentions the word sin and evil, which I think in Jewish practice, we think the word evil, to me anyway, feels very Christian, and I think we don't know what it looks like in our culture as much. But I think that we do have a word for it, which is the Yetzer Hara, which is the part of us that oftentimes wants us to go astray. So when I sing that, I hope you can just sing it to that Yetzer Hara and be like, yep, I'm done with you. So here it goes. I have seen what man can do when the evil lives inside of you. Many are weak and the strong are few, but with the water we will start new. So won't you take me down to the levee, take me down to the lake, take me down to the water. We're gonna do it for the good Lord's sake. Take me down to the river, take me down to the street. Let us all go together. We're gonna wash our souls clean. Take me down to the levee, take me down to the lake, take me down to the water. We're gonna do it for the good Lord's sake. Take me down to the river, take me down to the street. Let us all go together. We're gonna wash our souls clean. So as I hope you can feel that possibility that we're gonna wash our souls clean this year. And I'm inviting you, I can't see you, but I'm inviting you to go to, if you can, bring your computer to your faucet or bring your phone or your device. That would be amazing. And if you can't, just take note of this for later and just do this spiritually and mentally with us. So we're gonna have you, Sarah, do you want to share this part or do you want?
You can do it.
We're gonna have you go to your faucets in your house, because the faucet in our home is our stream. So you get to turn on and watch the flow happen from above to below. And we're inviting you to bring your prayers, to bring your Tashley to the faucet as if you're holding it like this, okay? And you want to put your hands in the faucet and let all your fingertips really get fully flushed, fully washed by the water. Really thinking about, really focusing and putting intention on what it is that is no longer serving you. Let that water just rush over all of it, and then I'd like you to take your hands out of the water and completely flick and flick and flick and shake all of that off, because you no longer need that thing. It's so simple, and something, I don't know if our ancestors did this, but I bet they did sometimes. And that's what our invitation is for you. And we'll start with first an intention that we need to set for ourselves, an intention of change, of unburdening for our relationship, the relationship we have with our fellow, our other, the people in our lives. So oftentimes we we cannot exist independent from others in this world. We have to be in relationship. And unfortunately, so much of what we need to pray for during the high holidays is how we miss the mark with someone else, with the others in our life. So I invite you for our first layer to think of a way that you've gone astray in your relationships, and to bring that Tashley to your water source, to your faucet, or to bring your items, your bread, your seeds to your water, and be with that. We're going to do that here in Brooklyn at the stream, and I'm going to sing a little bit more, and I invite you to either do that just mentally, and you can do the flicking when you're ready, or to go to your faucet and actually to take this ritual and do this ritual. Take me down to the levee, take me down to the lake, take me down to the water. We're gonna do it for the good Lord's sake. Take me down to the river, take me down to the stream, take me down to the water, wash our souls clean.
For the next round, sounds good? For the next round, we are going to reflect on our relationship to our community. So not just one individual, but our groups of friends, maybe our work community, our synagogue, spiritual community, our neighborhood. Where are we in balance? And where might we be out of balance with our community? Some of us are that person, we're just doing everything for everyone. And actually, our sin is neglecting ourselves. For some of us, it might be that we actually need help. We're struggling financially, maybe just with our chores at home, maybe something else emotionally. We're struggling and we're afraid to ask for help. And actually, the prayer that we want to ask for is strength to ask for help from our community. Or maybe it's something as simple as, who is my community? Am I putting time into building and sustaining my community? So for this next round of Tashlich, I am releasing the sins I have committed out of alignment with my community.
No longer serve me. I release all things no longer serve me. I release all things that no longer work for me. I release all things no longer serve me. The next stage of Tashley for our program today is taking account of our relationship with Mother Earth, with our provider of nourishment, food, water, everything actually that we need to live. We are fully her dependents, we're fully her children. But we're not always honoring our mother. We're not always treating her well or in balance with her in the way that would serve her as well. So I invite you to think about ways that perhaps this year you weren't able to think about the earth and the relationship you have with her, and a way that you would like to change, do better this year, perhaps reducing your waste in some way, or reducing your carbon footprint, whatever it is that, to compost, whatever it is that feels possible for you, and really finding something to let go of, to do Tashley for your relationship with Mother Earth. Be this body, be a bridge for the healing of this land. May the waters running through us cleanse the grief from our hands. We are born from the water. We are made of land. Teach us, oh great Mother, to bring peace to the land. May this body be a bridge for the healing of this land. May the rivers running through us cleanse the greed from our hands. We are born from the water. We are made of the land. Teach us, oh great Mother, to bring peace to the land.
And now for our fourth and last round of Tashley, of casting, of release. We imagine that doing these other layers actually gives us the strength to do this fourth layer. This fourth layer is releasing the ways that we may have not been kind to ourselves. How have I sinned in ways that I have not been kind to myself, to my soul, to my body? When could I have been a little bit kinder? Whether it was a time I forgot something, I spilled something, I could have done one more thing to support myself. Maybe I did something I didn't want to do and then didn't enjoy it. Where could I have more self-agency and self-honoring? So for this last round, perhaps the most difficult one, we release the ways that we sinned against ourselves. Release those habits, release those negative thought patterns, release the ways that we've treated ourselves that no longer serve, that are no longer working.
and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. We have one last We have a few last pieces for you for this ritual of release. First, a poem.
The Offering, a Tashley prayer by Jill Hammer. I cast this gift to the water. It is my past, blessing and regret. It is my present, reflection and listening. It is my future, intention and mystery. It is what I did and I did not. It is a yes, it is a no, and silence. It is what was done and what arose from what was done and what arises in this body remembering. I let it all go. I own neither the sting nor the sweetness. I hold on to nothing. The river has no past. Each moment of rushing water is a new beginning. Harm that has been, heal in the rush of love and truth and time. We who are lost, let the current take us homeward. May these waters churn what is broken into what is whole. May each separate object reach the ocean that is becoming. The journey awaits. I have no power to refrain from it, only to steer it when I can. May the one who is the great crossroad guide my turning. 3 times I declare, it is finished, it is born, it is unending. 3 times I listen. It is love, it is the river, it is before me. May my offering go where it is meant to go, and may the one who offers it find the way. And let us all say, Amen.
So to close our program today, I have a gift from the Hawaiian people. It's called the Ho'oponopono ritual. Ho'oponopono. Ho'o means to make right, and pono means self. Pono, self. To make right with the self, with the self. That means to make right with yourself and with the other. And the method that they use for this Ho'oponopono is simple. It's the repetition of these 4 phrases. I love you. I thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. And they say if you do this, if you repeat those phrases enough, your heart and the heart of the other will be completely healed. So to prepare ourselves for Yom Kippur tomorrow, and also to finish any last unburdenings we need to do for our Tashlich, I invite you to sing those phrases with me, and also in the Hebrew, be'ahava, be'todah, slicha, slach na. And we'll sing that together as our last chance for letting go and repair. I love you. I thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me, I love you. I thank you, I am sorry. Please forgive me, I love you. I thank you, I am sorry. Please forgive me, I love you. I thank you, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Calling to mind your relationships you have with others, with your community, with the earth, and with yourself. We'll sing 4 rounds of this, one for each of those pockets of relationship. I love you. I thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Be'ahava, b'toda, slicha, slachna, 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 be'ahava, b'toda, slicha, slachna.
Gamar Chatima Tova. May everyone be sealed in the book of life, in safety, and in health, in connection, and just a little bit of lightness after this release.
I love you. I thank you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. I thank you. I am sorry. Please forgive me.